Beautiful session of our morning sadhana called Srimad Bhagavatam. So today is also appearance day of Srimati Radharani in Gaur Leela as Gadadhar Pandit. So this is a beautiful song that Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, so we are going to sing together. Vale Gora Gadadhare Arati Nehari, Vale Gora Gadadhare Arati Nehari, Nadiya Purab Bhave Jao Balihari, Nadiya Purab Bhave Jao Balihari, Vale Gora Gadadhare Arati Nehari. Singhasana pari Sabo Sakhi Besita Kishora Kishori Sabo Sakhi Besita Purata Jariya Koto Mani Gajamati झमकी लाभे प्रति अंग ज्योति झमकी झमकी लाभे प्रति अंग ज्योति नीला निराद्र लागी विद्युत माला दोहो अंग मिली शोभा भुवन उजाला बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला मधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाल मधुरा मृदंग बाजे विशाखा विशाखी वृंदा दोहु गुण गावे प्रिया नरमा सखी गाना चामर दुलावे प्रिया नरमा सखी गाना आनंद मंजरी चुआ चंदना देवे माला तीरा माला रूप मंजरी लगावे पंच प्रदीपे धरी कर्पूर बाती पंच प्रदीपे धरी ललिता सुंदरी करे जुगल आरती ललिता सुंदरी करे जुगल आरती देवी लक्ष्मी स्तुति गण धरा नीलतावे गोपी जाना अधिकार रात गावे गोपी जाना अधिकार भक्ति विनोद रही सुरभिक कुंजे आरती दर्शन प्रेम सुख भुंजे आरती दर्शन भले गोरा गदाधर आरती निहारी नदिया पूरब भावे जाओ बलिहारी Srimati Apura Jaya Gaura Gadadhara Gaura Gadadhara Gaura Gadadhara Gaura Gadadhara Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. Can someone help me to read the translation from there? I cannot see. If you don't mind, please. It will be always nice to understand what we are singing. Akroranath Prabhu.
As I behold the wondrous arti of my lords, Gaura and Gadadhar, I enter into the mood of their existence previous to appearing in Nadia, their Vrindavan Leela as Sri Radha and Krishna. It is simply indescribable. Underneath Desire Tree, seated upon a jeweled throne, the ever-youthful couple named Kishore Kishori, surrounded by all their gopi friends. Sri Radhika and Lord Govindaji are decorated with many shining jewels and pearls inlaid with gold artwork, enhancing the sparkling splendor of each and every limb of their transcendental forms. The meeting of their two bodily forms has generated a luster that brightens all the worlds, may be compared to a garland of lightning, Radha fixed upon a dark blue rain cloud, Krishna. On the occasion of their meeting, there is a concert produced by the sounding of conch shells, bells, kartals, and mridangas. Such kirtan is supremely sweet and relishable to hear. The cowherd damsels of Vrindavan, led by Vishaka Devi, sing the glories of the divine couple, while the Priya Narmasakis cool their lordships by waving chamara fans. Ananga Manjari offers them sandalwood pulp, scented with chua, while Rupa Manjari places a garland of jasmine flowers about their necks. The beautiful Lalita Sundari holds a lamp of 5 flames, scented with camphor, waves it aloft, offering arti to the divine couple. Parvati, Lakshmi, and the personified Vedas cry in great happiness while rolling on the ground and singing of the fortunate position of the damsels of Brajabhumi. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur resides at Surabhi Kunj in the land of Godrumadweep, relishing the joy of divine love at the sight of this beautiful arti. Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Thank you. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nittam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistaki. So this verse, it's so good. Feel like to discuss whole day. And then also today is the appearance day of Gadadhar Pandit. So I don't know how to reconcile. So I'm begging all of you mercy and blessings and prayers so that I can remember and say something that I heard from Srila Prabhupada and our Guru Vargas that will please the Radha Shyamasundar, Krishna Balaram and Gauranitai, and Prabhupada will be pleased and it will benefit you and my heart will be purified. Because this verse, this just one verse, it gives a bullet point how we are born, who we are. I'm born with a particular psychophysical nature, the impression I'm carrying for so many lives, and then how I grow up in an environment presented by my parents, my relatives, siblings, like that. And the nurture, the school friend, social friend, what I believe, what I don't believe, And then above all is free will. These four things, what makes an individual right now in this material world, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So this verse is a question that please describe division of somebody's born nature. Everybody, I hope you can keep track. Born nature, then nurture, then culture, free will. These four things what makes each of us right now. I mean everybody, not just us, everybody. So the question asked, please describe the division of Varna and Ashram according to feature, behavior, nature, as well as birth. It's not accidental. Everybody is born because that's what we deserve. And Krishna, there is no such thing called accidental. Everybody, so we should love the family where we come from. Because that's what, and if there is something, ask yourself, not anybody else. So as well as the birth and activities of the sages and the division of the Vedas, this is the question. So we are going to read the synonyms first. Varna Ashram, the four division of social status and order of spiritual culture. I love the way Prabhupada translated that just Varna Ashram means. It's like a whole line. The four divisions of social statuses and orders of spiritual culture. Varna is for the body. You can see where Prabhupada coming from. It's so wonderful. And then ashram is what you need, spiritual need, not material need. Ashram is for spiritual need. Then Vibhagan, okay, maybe you can say. Vibhagan, respective division. Cha, also. Rupa, personal features. Shila Sabhavataha, personal character. Rishinam, of the sages. Janma, birth. Karmani, activity. Vedasya, of the Vedas. Cha, and Vikarshanam, categorical division. Sometimes it's a little strange, like in my room, sometimes I translate and then I look at Prabhupada's translation. It's so wonderful. That's why word to word Prabhupada gave so much importance. Sometimes word to word has a hidden meaning more than Prabhupada's translation, because he spent a lot of time to do this word to word meaning, I feel. Varnashrama vibhagamscha Rupa Shila Sabhavataha Rishinam Janma Karmani Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam Varnashrama vibhagamscha Shila Sabhavataha Rishinam Janma Karmani Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam. Please chant.
Varnashrama vibhagamscha Rupa Shila Sabhavataha Rishinam Janma Karmani Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam Varnashrama vibhagamscha Rupa Shila Sabhavataha Rishinam Janma Karmani Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam
Bhakta, Jacob.
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupasila Sabhavatatam
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Rishinam Janma Karmani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam. Kevin, you want to try?
Varnashram Vibhagamscha
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupasila Sabhavatatam
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Rishinam Jema Kamanani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Devesha Cha Vikarshanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam. Mothers?
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupa Sila Sabhavataha
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Rishinam Janma Karmani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam.
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupa Sila Sabhavataha
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Rishinam Janma Karmani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam.
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupa Sila Sabhavataha
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Rishinam Janma Karmani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam.
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupa Sila Sabhavataha
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Rishinam Janma Karmani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Vedasya Cha Vikarshanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam. Pradeep, your wife is reciting. Can you? Would you like?
Varnavasa Vikara Amasya
Varnashrama Vibhagamscha
Rupa Sila Vahevata
Rupa Sila Sabhavatatam
Asinanam Janam Karmani
Rishinam Dharma Karmani
Vahevata Vikasanam
Vedasya Cha Vikarsanam. Thank you. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation. O great sages, kindly describe the divisions and orders of human society in terms of symptoms, behavior and characteristics of mental equilibrium and sense control. Also please describe the birth of the great sages and categorical divisions of the Vedas. Purport. The four statuses and orders of human society, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas and Sudras, as well as Brahmacharis, Grihasthas, Vanaprasthas, Sannyasis, are all divisions of quality, education, culture and spiritual advancement, attained by practicing control of the mind and the senses. All these divisions are based on the particular nature of each individual person, not on the principle of birth. Birth is not mentioned in this verse because birth is immaterial. Interesting. Vidura is famous in history as born of a Sudrani mother. Yet he is more than a Brahmana by qualification because he is seen here to be the disciple of a great sage, Maitreya Muni. Unless one achieves at least the Brahmanical qualification, one cannot understand the Vedic hymns. Mahabharata is also a division of the Vedas, but it is meant for women, Shudras and Dijabandhus, the worthless children of the higher section. the less intelligent section of society can avail themselves of the Vedic instructions simply by studying the Mahabharata. Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Padam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnava Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Nathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhantam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschatadikata Vancha Kalpa Taruvesha Kripa Sindhu Padikam Bhavanebho Vaishnavi Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So in a short description of Varnashram is very vast and it's beautiful. If we remember just few things, that 3rd canto 20 chapter text 18, Srila Prabhupada give a very details in the purport. We are born with a ignorance. What we are looking for, we'll never get it until that ignorance is removed. And that ignorance is 5 layers. Tamishra, Andha Tamishra, Tama, Moha, Mahamoha. I won't go details, but just to understand that considering body as the self, bodily related is all my close family. I forgot that I'm soul. And birthplace where I born is most important place. And after that nothing remains. So this ignorance, just by hearing it will not go away. By bhakti, by practicing Krishna consciousness, yes, it will dissolve. It will not go away, it will literally dissolve. Jarati asu ja kosam nirginam analajata. Kapildev says in 3rd canto, beautiful verse, this subtle body completely will dissolve. So according to 3 modes that we are born with, I hope you all know, if you ever wonder which mode you are born. Actually you are born on your own, all by 3 modes. So I give you a small pastimes of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how we got entangled in the 3 modes. So he gave a few examples. One example is, one criminal was asked by the judge, so you have 3 options, which one would you take? Your crime is very serious. You can stay in jail without getting punished, just be in the jail for 50 years, or you can take 50 whips to be released from this judgment, or 5 kilo ghee. Now you may think like, well, ghee, what's that kind of punishment? So he was a smart, sneaky guy, according to Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur. He thought, I'll take the ghee. But he forgot what was the... He says, the judgment is 5 kilo ghee, non-stop you have to drink. So after they opened his mouth, they started pouring little bit, and started pouring the whole kilo. Even halfway he threw up. He said, I can't take it, I can't do it, I can't do it. So that was Sattvagun, goodness. Ghee is goodness. Prabhupada says this, and it's also in Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter. But anything too much, it takes you to Rajogun and then Tamagun. Passion and ignorance. So assertiveness has to be sustained by intelligence, otherwise it will take you to passion and then end up. And if you don't control goodness, it will definitely go to inertia, suffering. So of course they stopped giving the ghee. Then second choice is whip or 50 years. He said, I'll take whips. So after 2, 3, 4, his blood is coming out from the skin, through the skin, skin is splitting. No, can't take it. Well, what else is left? 50 years in jail. That's called tamogun, inertia. We are stuck in this material world. It's not that Krishna gave us particular combination of modes. We choose. We thought, I'm not blaming, none of you are, you all are transcendental. I'm talking about the ordinary conditioned soul, myself. We choose whatever situation we are in, whatever modes are influencing life. It's by our own choice. When you did, how, I don't know. You have to ask yourself. So, Krishna says very nicely in Bhagavad Gita 4.13, Chaturvarnam maya system gunakarma vivagasa. This chapter is all, this sloka is all about varnashram. But why varnashram? So Krishna gives that reason. Well, you misuse your free will, you got this 5 layer of ignorance, and then 3 modes of material nature covered you. Now I cannot tolerate because I am your loving father. Here is the medicine. Start taking this. So what is that medicine? That according to the 3 modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the 4 divisions of human society created by me, Krishna says. Chaturvida bhajante mam. Chaturvarnam maya system, by me. I have created this for you. Although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet non-dual, being unchangeable. This is a very nice. I hope you can figure it out. What is the easiest way to get out? Because Krishna revealed by the last word. Then, what is this varnashram boils down to my life right now? Well, Chaturvarna is for the body. This Varna is not for the soul. It is for the body and the mind. Soul covered by the subtle body, but the subtle body has a covering of the intelligent body, then mental body, then the vital body, then the physical body. There's a 5 koshas or sheets, Prabhupada calls, layer. And when our consciousness passes through this, we experience different things. And when it takes detour and comes back to closest to the soul means the heart. Heart and soul are synonyms. Sometimes we use the same word. Sometimes you can say heart is the source of thinking, willing, feeling, but that's the soul. Not that heart is separately exists from the soul. So, but just to express that commonality, we use that. So, every jiva suffers in the material world, and Bhagavan, Sri Krishna, Radha, Shyama Sundar, they created a program for solving the problem and the suffering. And the program is the system of Varnashram. I will not say the name, but I was in an audience many years back, and one of Iskcon guru told his young girl disciple, so be serious, don't get married. Just good. And just before that, because I knew the family, she just brought her boyfriend to get the blessing from Guru so that she could marry. And I remember I was disturbed. I said, oh my God, now she's going to commit offense to the Guru. And of course, it was churning around, and after a few minutes, he came to know that she already has a boyfriend here, and she came with the boyfriend to get the blessing too. So then he was very kind. The Iskcon Guru was very nice, Maharaj, and he gave blessing. All right, I heard you already want to get married, so I take back my first instruction. Now second instruction is stay in Krishna consciousness and lead a nice household life, and you can progress towards the marriage. So Varna, each of us, if we reflect back, I mean, I look at also, we have some inclination, you know, sometimes you go tug of war. I want to be pure devotee, 100% pure, dedicated to Prabhupada's movement. At the same time, it would be nice to have a house in Hawaii, maybe a little, you know, enough money in the bank, and maybe, you know, like, so it's like it goes both sides. Because that is what you are born with, that nature. Now you developing a new desire. So if we remember, attraction to anything in this world is from the previous impression. It is not from contact. Contact only ignites it. But you have already impression you carrying. It's called Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Madhurya Kanambini explains, he called two types. Growing up, impression, how you grow up, you develop impression, and then caring for many life that you are delighting in it, whatever it is, whether sex, whatever it is. I mean, you carrying it. It's not an option. It's like it will be. And then you see that person who you can enjoy, all of a sudden it like gives you an idea, oh, I could enjoy with him or her or whatever it is like this. It's like because previous impression naturally will ignite as soon it comes with contact with the senses, physical senses. So that's one. Then you growing up, Svabhav Abhasir Das, Abhas Svabhavir Das. We are developing a second nature through Krishna consciousness, and eventually hoping it will take over. So the person who can sit down with you, hear about your life, care for you, can guide you. Sometimes it is good idea. I really don't know how to do it, but I ask all the second generation, everybody should get a mentor in the community. It's the best thing you can do. A good mentor who cares for you, who will hear your issue, be honest, transparent to that person. But that person, you become very, deplorable, almost like when you reveal all your secret, idea. A lot of things, sometimes we think in the mind and there is no TV. And if it was a TV, everything, we think in the mind, the spouse will be, oh my God, you're thinking of me about life. We'll have a big fight. Krishna's grace, that everything goes in the mind or pass through the mind is not revealed until you talk. So it's nice. So it will be a good thing, the best thing for any devotee to have a always good mentor, good well-wisher, who cares for you, who will actually give you a suggestion. Because this is what the Varna, because sometimes I don't want to tell anybody that I have agreed to make money. I was a brahmachari in Mayapur, I had agreed to make money. I remember that. And that's what we started Radha Madhav studio, taking photo of the visitor and make some money about it. Even though I was like, so it's kind of like I reflect back and it's like, wow, this is so bizarre, this is so true. What's Prabhupada's commentary, Prabhupada's purport is so true. But we have to be aware. Okay, now let's go to the ashram. What is ashram? Ashram, first of all, ashram, there cannot be any ashram without an ashram teacher. Like we have an ashram and I'm the teacher and we have some student. Whether you are a grihastha householder, doesn't matter, you're getting married, you must have to have ashram. Otherwise don't call it grihastha ashram. Getting married is not a grihastha ashram. Like building a building is not a house. You have to have a person who takes care, like a wife, who has a worshipping place, in order to call it house. Maybe in the West we just call it home. Yeah, home, thank you. The home is not a building, it's more than building. Building is just a structure externally. So similarly, ashram means a teacher who cares for your spiritual. And the teacher's goal and your goal of life are same. We all want to go back home, Golok Vrindavan like this. Don't go to a teacher who has some other motive. Also, who really cares and measure your spiritual upliftment and who can actually pray for you and who cares for you. This is a very good system. Some temple already doing it. I promote this through my contact. I will, WhatsApp contact. I get so many texts like this. I always say, find a mentor who cares for your spiritual upliftment in your community. Take shelter of that. Yes, you have a guru, Iskcon guru, sometimes they are very busy. It's difficult for them to give attention to individual. But we have so many senior devotees. Like for example, today is Gadadhar Prabhu's appearance day. I remember Mother Shema Priya Devi, Dhruva Maharaj Prabhu's wife. She told me personally, she has a letter from Prabhupada. In the beginning, when Prabhupada came, Prabhupada did not install Nitai Gaur. In the letter you can see, she framed it in her house when you enter. She lives right here. Prabhupada writes, you can worship Lord Chaitanya and Radha Krishna. He did not say Gaur Nitai. Gaur Nitai came after a few years. There was no Gaur Nitai. It was the idea of very esoteric worship. Mahaprabhu. Gaur Nitai is like for the most fallen. I don't know how many of you ever known. Do we have a Gaur Gadadhar temple in our Iskcon? Do you know? Yes. We don't have a temple, but there was a deity. Day before yesterday, I contacted Gaurokeshava Prabhu, who was the temple president, Madhuvisa Maharaj's time, during Prabhupada's time. And Gaurokeshava Prabhu, he was here for Krishna Balaram installation. Very scholarly devotee, Australian body. So I asked, can you send me details? Because you told me many years back, I forgot. Can you type it out and send it to me so I can see exactly what happened? So when Prabhupada went there to install Gaur Nitai, he said, this is not. Let me see. Where is my phone? I'm going to read exactly where it is. I should have looked at it just once again. Oh, it's right here. He says, okay. We heard the news about Gopal. No. Okay. Regarding installation of Gaur Gadadhar in Sydney by Srila Prabhupada, this was narrated by Madhvisha Prabhu to me because I was the head pujari. The deities have one hand up, one hand down. For Gaur Nitai we have this, yes? Means they are teaching surrender. They are exemplifying and teaching how to surrender. Sometimes you will see Gaur Nitai, Mahaprabhu has like this, one hand down, means without eligibility is giving mercy. One hand up like this. So there's a different features. He writes, normally the color painted on the bases and also height, Sri Chaitanya is normally a little taller than Nityananda or Gadadhar. Similarly, normally if hands are one up, one down, the outside hand of the pair will be raised. I checked Iskcon Sydney's website. The original deities are not there. I think they may have been shifted to one of the nearby Iskcon farm. Then they got new Gaur Nitai deity in Sydney with both hands raised. You will have to inquire further. Original deities are right now. It was told to me by Madhvisha that what Prabhupada talked to him. Srila Prabhupada switched them around at the installation ceremony. When Sri Chaitanya is on the left, the deity on the right is properly Gadadhar. This is how Panchatattva and other forms like Gaur Nitai and Gaur Gadadhar stands. Gaur Nitai stand, and it goes on list. But anyway, if you look at the Panchatattva picture in Mayapur, you will see that. That's how Gaur Gadadhar is. Srivashi is like folded hand like this. It's very nice. I'm looking at the time. So Varnashram is a very details, but ashram is, I'm sure you heard this for decades, and if you reflect back, ashram is nothing but a time-wise progression in your spiritual commitment. Brahmachari 25 years, Panchasudam Vanam Brajet up to 50 years, then Grihastha, if Brahmachari goes to Grihastha, then Vanaprastha, then Sannyas. So like this. This is actually time-wise progression in your spiritual commitment. So, and if you think like this, then it will be very easy to reconcile what ashram, what varna I am in, and it can. I mean, it's a vast subject. I don't know how to say it in one sentence, but it's very difficult. So Varna, I'm going to summarize. Varna deals with the bodily need, material need. And ashram deals with the soul's spiritual need. But the ashram has to have a teacher. Varna needs also mentor to know exactly what. That's why, I literally think, if we all have a good mentor and if I am honest, transparent, there is no divorce. It can minimize. But very difficult because we go by the, not psychophysical nature, we go by the culture we grow up and the impression we are pouring in, not actually deep down what we are actually hankering for it. Because when it's surface, then we have a fight. Or these things happen. Anyway, it's a vast subject. I wanted to just talk about Gadadhar Prabhu for 5 minutes at least. Gadadhar Prabhu has many pastimes. One pastime, I'm just thinking, what caused him to take initiation and what he motivated by re-initiation. I remember when first time, my spiritual master also stepped down from his position in early 80s. I remember it was a re-initiation is a big factor. And of course I didn't have any understanding, but now it's like a mature understanding, much more. Gadadhar Prabhu is the origin of that re-initiation. I don't know if you heard it or not, that story. He literally told to Mahaprabhu that I reveal my mantra to someone, since that I cannot concentrate. So please re-chant the mantra to my ear, so I can continue. And Mahaprabhu says, you are going to commit offense and you making me offender? Mahaprabhu telling to Gadadhar Prabhu. He says, but I cannot concentrate, what should I do? Now some of you may think like, probably this never happened. Actually one senior devotee in Alachua, I hope he hears, he asked me that question, that he forgot to chant for a few years. What should he do? So I gave that from Chaitanya Bhagavad, this story is there. That's why I remember very well, because I read it few times to understand myself. Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur gave a very nice explanation. So Mahaprabhu told, your guru is still alive. Then Gadadhar Prabhu argued, but he is not here. Said, yes, he is not here. You can pray to him, pray to Krishna, so that he will come, or you can go there to rehear. Then Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur mentioned very nice commentary. He says, if your guru departed from this world or deviated, you should hear that mantra from someone to ignite. Because its mantra is alive or dead. I was thinking also, is mantra alive or dead? Mantra is in the book. But when a person, a live person, who is practicing on a pure goodness level, like our senior devotees in the movement, then the mantra becomes live. That's why they need to hear it. And then they can hold on to that life and go on. So if I did not practice for a while the mantra that given by someone, then I should hear from the senior who has a live mantra. It's very nice. I'm just in a shorter version, I'm just saying. Another Gadadhar pastime, I'm looking at the time also. There is beautiful pastimes. In case, if you wonder, in Iskcon we have Gaur-Nitai deity. Am I doing something wrong when I'm not worshipping Gaur Gadadhar? I don't know, maybe none of you all are wonderful devotees, but I am a little crooked sometimes. I think like these stupid things. Like, okay, Gaur Gadadhar is such a high estimation, how should do it? So there is a beautiful pastime in Chaitanya Bhagavad also, where Srila Prabhupada gives a interesting commentary in Chaitanya Charitamrita that Nityananda Prabhu, he called Govinda and he told the devotees, Hari Bol, we are in Jagannath Puri. For the rest of my life, I'll have a wonderful time. Every day I'll be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, dancing, chanting and honoring prasadam and merge into this Krishna Leela. Wonderful. Govinda just knocked the door. Prabhu just called you. Nityananda Prabhu thinking, wow, he just called. Probably just to reconfirm, I'll be back. Just wait a few minutes. So he went there and Mahaprabhu says, you know the Bengalis, Ghar Parwa. And I was looking, what is Ghar Parwa? You are Bengali. Do you know Ghar Parwa? I didn't know. So I look at the dictionary. Means stubborn. You are Bengali. Do you know Ghar Parwa? You heard that, no? People say it, Ghar Parwa, but most of the Bengal don't know. A lot of Bengali word they don't even know. I asked Prem Sankirtan Prabhu, about certain word. He said, I don't know. I said, you heard this, people talk. He said, yeah. Ghar Parwa means stubborn. So Mahaprabhu told Nityananda Prabhu, the Bengalis are stubborn. I want you to go back to Navadvip and don't come back here. You are the only one who can deliver them. Just accept it, we are stubborn. Gladly accept it. But because Mahaprabhu says he knows the best. So then he went, Nityananda Prabhu was like, carrying the order of Mahaprabhu was number one priority. But his heart is sold 100% to Mahaprabhu's association, his accompanying. He could not be separated. So Mahaprabhu said, next year he came back, I'm just speeding the story, And then Mahaprabhu says, don't come back anymore. Because you going, coming 2 months is like, you need to deliver all these Bengalis. So Nityananda Prabhu says, yes, Shirodharja means above my head, your instruction, I'm carrying it. No more. But next year, when this Jagannath Ratha Jatra, Nityananda Prabhu thinking, I can't live like this, I'll die. He started crying, he started running from his house. Running. When he came to Jagannath Puri, it's a 500 kilometer. Do you know 500 kilometer is what? 350 miles or something like that. I mean, even if you're running, you may think like, oh, he's a god. No, he was like a human pastime. So he's coming. Then finally he came to Jagannath Puri, he's thinking, I'm not going to meet Mahaprabhu. Because if I meet Mahaprabhu, I'll be guilty number one. You broke my instruction. I said, don't come. But he cannot live without him. So you know where you take shelter? Gadadhar Prabhu. I'm glad this pastime took place because something they say is striking. Gadadhar Prabhu says, anybody do not worship you and don't get your blessing will never get my blessing. Rather, I want all the Kali Yuga soul to take shelter of you. And when their devotional maturity takes place, কোনো ভাগ্যে কোনো জীবের শ্রদ্ধা যদি হয় তবে সেই জীব দাস্যরসে গৌরাঙ্গ ভজায় দাস্য পরিপক্ষে যাবে জীবের হৃদয়ে শ্রী মধুর রস উদে মধ্যিমারা হয়ে I won't say the whole recitation. I recited the whole chapter because it's like a candy, you can taste it. But in case somebody asks, where is this from? You can read. I'm just quoting those verses, you can read. It's beautiful. So, Mahaprabhu didn't want Mahaprabhu to know. So he was hiding in Gadadhar Prabhu's house. Then one day they are having conversation. Let's have a feast, Gadadhar Prabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. And they made a big feast. And they are about to, Gadadhar Prabhu was offering this to Gopinath deity. How many of you went to Tota Gopinath?